The AFL season starts tomorrow and I'm here to predict the entire 2023 AFL season. And there's no better way to do that than jumping on Squiggle to determine every single result of the season and put it into a ladder. So here's the game that kicks off tomorrow night. Richmond against Carlton. I'm going to predict the Blues to win this game by 12 points. Geelong against Collingwood, give me the Cats by 9, or I'll go 9 points. North against the Eagles, I'm going to go the Eagles to win this by 23 points. Port Adelaide against Brisbane, give me Brisbane by 25. Melbourne against the Bulldogs, I'm going to go the Demons by 26. Suns against the Swans, give me the Suns to win this by 18. I won't be able to give explanations for all the games because, you know, I'll pick a few upsets there throughout the season, but I'm not going to be able to explain every single game as there are too many games to get through. Great Western Sydney against Adelaide, I'm going to go Adelaide by 16. Hawthorn against Essendon, give me the Hawks by 23. Saints get the Dockers, I'm going to go the Dockers by 5 goals. And we go top of the ladder after round 1. Round 2, what game? This will be Blues and the Cats at the G. I'm actually going to go the Blues. I'm going to go the Blues. To win by 8 points. Start their season 2-0 after 2 impressive wins. Brisbane and the D's, give me the Lions to win that one. Collingwood and Port Adelaide, Collingwood. Adelaide and Richmond, you know, at home, give me the Crows. The Tigers to start 0-2. The Bulldogs and the Saints, I'm going to go with the Bulldogs. I think the Saints' early season injuries will really hurt them if I'm being brutally honest. I'm then going to go Dockers or the Roos. Give me the Dockers, like a big win by 42 points. Get our home season off to a good start. That's a very good percentage to start the season, but we're playing North. I'm expecting us to win our first 6 games, if I'm being brutally honest. It'll then start to get a bit tougher. Swans and the Hawks, I'm going to go the Swans by 24. Bombers and the Suns, I'll go the Suns. And then the Eagles and the Giants, I'm actually going to go the Eagles to start their season 2-0. And that's that. So both the WA teams in the top 4. Dockers first, Lions second, Eagles third, Suns fourth, Crows fifth, Blues sixth, Swans seventh, and D's eighth. With the bottom 4 being Port Adelaide, Essendon, St Kilda, and North Melbourne. Let's get underway with the Dogs and the Lions. I'm going to go the Lions, to win this one. The Pies and the Tigers. I'm going to go the Tigers to get their first win of the season. Hawks and the Roos, I'm going to go with the Roos, get their first win of the season. Against that UCATT though, the Roos have never been great at UCATT, so I'll go the Hawks. Giants against the Blues, I'm going to go with the Blues. Saints and the Bombers, it's at the G, it's a big occasion for the Saints. I'm going to go the Saints to win this one by a lot. I'm going to go 43 points for St Kilda. Port and the Crows, I think this will be a cracking game. You know what? Give me a showdown draw. When I did this video last year, I correctly predicted the only draw of the season, Richmond against Fremantle. Unreal scenes. And I think I'm going to predict the only correct draw of this season. Give me Port Adelaide against the Crows, draw in round 3. Suns against the Cats. I'm going to go the Cats to win this one. D's, Swans. Give me the D's, you'd think. Dockers, Eagles, Dockers by 32. We've got an easy fixture to start the season. There's no sugarcoat in it. Lions, they'll beat the Pies by 27. Roos, Blues, give me the Blues. Crows, Dockers, I'm going to go the Dockers by 5 points. I'm going to go another close one at the Adelaide Oval. Tigers, Dogs, Tigers by 4 goals. Then we're going to go Saints and Suns. I'm going to go the Saints by 15 points. Then the Swans and the Power. Give me the Swans, I reckon. Bombers and the Giants, I'm going to go with the Bombers to get their first win of the season. So the Giants and the Roos and the Power. Only 3 teams are able to win. How haven't the Power won yet? The Eagles and the D's, I'm going to go with the D's. Cats, Hawks, Cats. You know, Hawks did win Easter Monday last year, but I'm actually going to go the Crows to win this game. It's the first game of Gather Round. Freo Gold Coast at Norwood, give me the Dockers. Tigers against Swans. I'll bet a lot of these games. I'll bet this game. Give me... You know what? Give me... Something new. Who's better at Adelaide Oval? Richmond are quite good at the Adelaide Oval. Or are they? They get banged. Oh, no. I think Richmond are quite good at the Adelaide Oval. I'll go Richmond. Brisbane North, Adelaide Hills. No one's ever played here. I'm just going to go you know what? Adelaide Hills. They can always spice something up. Give me the Roos and a little spice up. Beat the Lions. Give them their first loss of the season. Then we've got the Dons and the Ds. I'm going to go with the Ds. The Ds, big win. Power and Dogs. Power in front of their home gathering on crowd. Cats, Eagles at the Adelaide. I'll go. I won't be as big. I'll go 31 points though. Giants and the Hawks. God, this is a dead rubber. Give me. How many people do you reckon actually attend this game? There'll be like such a low crowd here, I reckon. Give me the Hawks. Giants still haven't won a game. Pies and the Saints. Give me, Saints. Why not? They'll get a close win. Give the Pies a taste of their own medicine. It's in Adelaide. Never know what's going to happen. Back in to the normal fixture. I'm going to go the Dockers to beat the Dogs by 24 at home. And then the Power and the Eagles. I'm going to go with the Power to win this one. The Giants and... you can actually predict a draw like this. Squiggle have updated it. That's elite. The Giants and the Lions, I'm going to go with... at Monica. Giants get their first win of the season. Lions with another upset loss. Cats and the Swans. Cats. Hawks and the Crows. Hawks, I reckon, down at UCATT. Hawks into finals. What is happening here? Blues and the Saints. I'll go the Blues. Suns and the Roos. I'll go the Suns. D's Tigers. Give me the Tigers. Why not? Pies Bombers. Give me Collingwood. So Collingwood dropping low on the table there. The Bulldogs in the bottom 3. And that top 8, it's been shaken up quite a bit. Hawthorn and Adelaide both sitting in there. No Port Adelaide, no Collingwood, no Sydney, no Bulldogs. Saints and the Power. I'm going to go the Saints to win this one. Lions and the Dockers, I think we'll finally get a little reality check. I think the Lions will bagger us at the Gabba. The Swans and the Giants. I'm going to go the Swans to win this one by quite a bit. The Dogs and the Hawks. I'm going to go the Dogs. The D's and the Roos. It'll be big. It'll be big. It'll be a big win for Melbourne. North Melbourne drops the bottom of the ladder on percentage. West Coast and Carlton, upset win for the Eagles at home. They're going to beat the Blues. I hope not. Essendon versus Geelong. Another upset. Another upset. We've got to be taking some upsets here. Essendon to beat the Cats. Then it's going to be Richmond and the Suns. It happened last year. It's going to happen again. Maybe it was the year before. But Suns to beat the Tigers at Marvel. Adelaide, Collingwood. Give me the Crows at home. I reckon they're going to be a 4th this season. Blues, Lions. I'm going to go with the Blue Baggers at Marvel. Richmond versus West Coast. I'm going to go Richmond, big win there. Geelong against Adelaide. It won't be that ugly, but it'll still be a big Geelong win. Gold Coast versus Melbourne. I'm going to go the Suns at Carrara. The Suns at Carrara. We place the faith. And look how tight the battle for that 4th to 10th spot is. Giants versus Dogs. Give me the Giants at Monica. Dockers against Hawks. Yeah, the Dockers will win that one. Power against the Bombers. I reckon the Power will win. I do reckon the Power will win. The Pies against the Swans. Yeah, I reckon the Pies will get it done. North against the Saints. I'll go the Saints. Tigers against the Cats. I'll go the Tigers at the G. Eagles against the Suns. I'll go the Suns to come over to the West and win that. Suns in the battle for top 4. Holy shit. Swans versus Dockers. I'm going to go the Swans to win that. It's just too hard a road trip. Down at Blundstone, sorry. Give me the Roos to win that one. Hawks against the D's. I reckon the D's should get the job done there. Moving to 2nd on the table. Lions against the Bombers. It'll be the Lions with a big win. The Blues against the Dogs. Blues in a close one. The Dogs are struggling down there. The Crows and the Saints. I'm going to go the Crows, at Adelaide to beat the Saints. Pies, Giants. Pies with a big win there. Port versus Melbourne. I'm going to go Port Adelaide to win that at the Adelaide Oval. Then I'm going to go the Roos and the Swans. Big win for the Swans by 50. Dogs, Crows down at Mars. They did it last year. I think they're going to do it again by a point. The Crows to beat... The Crows are in 3rd. The Crows are in the top 4. Holy shit. Alright, the Dockers and the Cats. I reckon this will be a close game. I reckon the crowd will be behind the Dockers and Jeremy Cameron will kick a goal after Sorensen win. Cats by 5. Lions against the Suns. The Lions will win this one by 36, I reckon. I think the Suns will get a little reality check. Bombers against the Tigers. Tigers to win that one. Hawthorn will beat the Eagles here. Then it will be Carlton who beat Collingwood, who go on top of the table. And then it will be the Giants and the Saints. I think the Saints will win that by 13 and move into the top 8. So that's the top 8 after round 10. Carlton, Brisbane, Geelong, Richmond, Fremantle, Adelaide, Melbourne, and St Kilda. Just missing out there, Gold Coast, Sydney, Hawthorn, Port, Collingwood, West Coast, Bulldogs, Giants, Bombers, and the Roos. Now on to Swans against the Blues. I'm going to go the Swans to beat the Blues in this one at the SCG. I think the Swans will easily win most of their games at home this year. Then it's going to be the Saints and the Hawks. Give me the Saints to win that one. D's and the Dockers. D's to win that at the G. I know we did it last year. I don't think we'll do it again. This is going to be the first 100-point win of the season. Cats by 103 to demolish the Giants at Cardennia Park. Suns against the Dogs. I'm going to go, yeah, why not? At Heritage Bank, not at Metricon, at Heritage Bank. You know, I've got to go chuck in a few upsets. Not an upset. I mean, Suns will be very good at home this year, and the Dogs look like they're going to struggle according to my live prediction. I'm not sure they'll be this bad. Eagles against the Bombers. Yeah, I'll go the Eagles. I'll go the Eagles to win. The Tigers against the Power. The Tigers. The Pies against the Roos. You know what? Roos at Docklands. Roos at Marvel. Giants back on bottom of the table. Crows against the Lions. I'm going to think the Lions will actually win this one. The D's against the Blues. I'm going to go the Demons to win that. Power and the Hawks. Power with a big win. Eagles and the Pies. The Pies with a big win. The Dogs and the Cats. You know what? Cats an upset win. They're going to beat the Cats in an upset. Top of the table. Bottom four is top of the table at Docklands. Huge Bulldogs crowd. I reckon they're going to turn out and win. Suns against the Crows. I'm going to go the Suns to win that one. They're into 6th. Gold Coast having a very, very good year. I'm backing them a lot in these home games this year. Maybe they've just got a lot of easy home games. Giants and the Tigers. Yeah, I think the Tigers will win that one. Bombers and North. I think the Bombers will finally get a win here. They'll beat the Roos. Swans and the Saints. Swans. They move into the top 8. And the Dockers on the verge of dropping out after keeping the majority of the first half of the season, staying in the top 4. The Dogs and the Power. I'm actually going to go the Dogs to win that one. Hawks and the Lions. I'm going to go Hawks are going to upset. Hawks are going to upset. The Lions are at the back end of a lot of upsets this season. I just feel it. I reckon the Lions are going to be a cracking side this year, though. Don't get me wrong. Crows, they'll beat the Eagles in a big one. I reckon we will beat the Tigers by 2 points. In a close one. We haven't had any close wins yet this year. North and the Giants. I'm going to go the Roos to win that. Blues and the Bombers. Blues to win that. Demons and the Pies. Give me the D's. Port Adelaide Cats. Yeah, Cats to win. They'll move on to top of the table. Brisbane Swans at the Gabba. I'm going to go with a solid 3-goal win for Brisbane. Giants, Dockers by 19. Actually, no, it'll be a big one. We'll go out there and win by 10 goals. Fuck it. Look at how tight that is. From 1st to 6th, every single team has the same amount of wins. That is wild. Richmond and St Kilda. I'm going to go the Tigers to move on to the top of the table and win that. Carlton against Gold Coast. You know what? Upset time. Suns to win. There we go. Roos against Dogs. Another upset. Is it an upset? The Dogs look trash this year. Give me the Roos. Cats against Demons. I'm going to go with the Cats. Saints, they're going to upset Brisbane again. Maybe Brisbane just hitting a bad patch of form here, but they're still managing to stay in that top 4 there, the Brisbane Lions. The Swans will batter the Eagles at the SCG. The Dockers will batter the Bombers at Optus. And the Pies will beat the Crows by 3 goals at the MCG. The Suns, they will beat the Hawks at Metricon. The Suns are into the top 4. The Suns are into the top 4. Can you believe it? Brisbane and Richmond at the Gabba this time. Give me the Lions to win that one. Then it's going to be the Bombers and the Power. And the Bombers are going to I've got to give the few wins to the Power. I think the Power do a lot better than the Squiggle is projecting here. Gold Coast against Collingwood. You know what? I am going to go with... Yeah, I'm going to go with... Collingwood, I'm going to be that. I think Gold Coast nega loses a few games at home. I think the Pies will win that. Hawks, Blues to win that. Swans, Cats at the SCG. I'm going back to Sydney in that one. Bulldogs, Dockers. You know what? Upset's never going to happen, and it's going to be a horror day for the Dockers, and the Dogs are going to win by 12 points. It's going to be a horror day at Marvel for the Dockers. Crows against Roos. I'm going to go to Crows to win that one. Look at that bagel around that 8th region between Melbourne, Sydney, Adelaide, and St Kilda, even Collingwood. Wowee. Melbourne, they'll beat the Giants. Melbourne aren't in that battle. Melbourne will still battle for top 4. I'm not sure what I was saying there. Eagles, Saints. Yeah, Saints will win that one. Brisbane will also battle the Eagles there. Essendon against Adelaide. I'm going to go with, you know what, Bombers at Marvel. Give me the Bombers. Cats, they won't batter the Roos. They'll batter, I don't know, 40 points as a battering, but not as bad as previous years. Giants against the Hawks. I'm going to go with, you know what, give me the Giants. A little bit of an upset. Give me the Giants get their 3rd win of the season. Tigers will beat the Swans by 11 at the MCG. Saints and the D's. I reckon the Saints will beat the D's by 5 at Marvel in an upset. I think Ross Lyon's going to work some magic like he did with the Dockers in their first year in 2012. I reckon he might end up scraping a lower bottom 8 position. Dogs, Pies, Dogs at Marvel. Power, Suns. Power will batter the Suns at the Adelaide Oval, I reckon. Dockers, Blues. I reckon it's going to be a close one. I reckon the Blues are going to come to Optus and they're unfortunately get a win. Blues, Power. Blues are going to win that. And Blues onto the top of the table. Collingwood, Dockers. Yeah, Collingwood will go beat us at the G again, unfortunately, in a close one this time. I'm not saying all these are for sure going to happen, but we've got to try and make some things realistic. I don't think the Dockers will go on a massive streak of beating all these teams. Like, you know, there's always going to be an upset in a season. I reckon in this case, Collingwood beating Freo would be an upset here, you know, as I predicted. Geelong against the Bombers, 73 points for the Cats. They're going to get a big win down at GMHBA. Suns and the Saints. I reckon the Suns will win that. Suns are into 5th. I can't believe I'm predicting the Suns to do this well. The D's and the Lions at the MCG. I'm going to go with the Demons. The Roos and the Hawks. You know what? Roos. I'm sorry, Hawthorn. You're going to be brought back down to reality, but you're on the same amount of wins as North Melbourne. The Swans, they're going to win all their games at home pretty much. They're into 7th. The Crows and the Giants. I'm going to go with the Crows to win that one. The Eagles and the Tigers. Tigers will win that. Lions and the Cats. Close win for the Lions there. Blues and the Eagles. Big win for the Blues at Marvel. Essendon and the Bulldogs. I'm going to go the Bulldogs to win that by 18. Then it's going to be the Giants and the Suns. And I reckon the Giants will win. Get their 4th win of the season. Get themselves off the bottom of the ladder. And West Coast on the bottom of the ladder. Melbourne and the Crows. I'm going to go with Melbourne. Richmond, Hawthorn. Richmond. St Kilda, North Melbourne. St Kilda. Port Adelaide versus Collingwood. I'm going to go Port Adelaide. Freo, Sydney at home. I'm going to have to back the Dockers in that one. Pies, Blues. You know what? Upset time. Give me the Pies. There's always going to be upsets. A close Collingwood win is just what makes sense. In fact, I'm going to go by 2 points. There we go. Essendon against Sydney at Marvel. It's upset central. Give me the Bombers. Just under 5 goals. 28 points. Suns and the Lions in the Q Clash. The Suns are going to get a rare Q Clash win at Carrara. The Hawks and the Saints. I'm going to go with the Saints at Marvel. All right, now Richmond or Melbourne at the G. Going off current form, I'm actually going to go with the Tigers to sort of upset, not really upset, the Ds. Then it's going to be the Dogs and the Giants. We're going to go the Dogs to win this one by 25 points. Then the Crows and the Power. I'm going to go the Power to actually win this in a close showdown by 8 points. Then it's going to be the Eagles and the Roos at Optus. I'm going to go the Eagles to win this one by 16. And there we go. At the end of round 20, here is my ladder. Richmond, Geelong, Carlton, Brisbane, Melbourne, St Kilda, Gold Coast and Fremantle. Just missing out is Sydney, Port, Adelaide and Collingwood. Now it's the Bombers and the Eagles at Docklands. I'm actually going to go the West Coast Eagles. Stuff it. I'm going West Coast. Geelong or Port Adelaide. I'm going to go the Cats to win that one. The Giants or the Swans. I'm going to go the Swans. The Hawks or the Pies. I'm actually, I want to go an upset, but Collingwood are just too good. I think Collingwood's still a finals fancy here. I'm not sure really why I was even thinking about that result. North Melbourne against Melbourne. I'm going to go Melbourne to win that one. I'm going to go by quite a bit. I'll go Melbourne by 42. Saints against the Blues. I'll go the Blues to win that. The Dogs against the Tigers. I'm going to go the Dogs at Docklands. the Dogs at Docklands. The Crows and the Suns, the Crows for me. The Dockers and the Lions at Optus, we beat them there last year, we got smashed the year before, and I reckon we're going to be fighting in these last few rounds to make finals. So I'm going to go the Dockers in a little bit of an upset by 8 points. And then it's going to be the Blues and the Demons. I'm going to go the Demons to win that. The Lions and the Crows, give me the Lions. The Pies and the Cats, I reckon the Cats will win that. The Hawks and the Dogs, Dogs for me. Then it's going to be the Roos and the Bombers. I'm going to go the Roos to actually win that one. So the Roos outside of the bottom 4 now. Clarkson's worked an absolute wonder here. Then it's going to be the Saints or the Tigers. At Docklands, you know what? Give me the Saints. The Tigers aren't great at Marvel. Swans or Suns. Swans at the SCG, I'd have to say there. Back into the top 8 there. Then it's going to be the Power and the Giants. The Power will win this game into 10th. Then it's the Eagles and the Dockers, and the Dockers will win that by 28. So there's the ladder with 2 rounds remaining. It's going to be the Cats, the D's, the Tigers and the Blues, and just outside the top 4, it's the Lions, the Dockers, the Saints and the Swans, and just missing out the Suns, the Power, and the Crows, and Collingwood's right down there. What's happening there? Then it's the Collingwood against Brisbane at the Docklands. I'm actually going to go Brisbane. I think Brisbane will win this game. Suns and the Blues. You know what, Carrara, Gold Coast. I reckon Gold Coast win. Giants, Bombers, Giants, I think. Bottom 2 clash there. D's or the Hawks, I'm going to go with the D's. The Tigers or the Roos, I'm going to go with the Tigers, like a big one. Then it's going to be the Saints or the Cats at Docklands. I'm still going to go the Cats to win that. Then the Dogs or the Eagles, the Dogs. I reckon the Dogs. They're making a late finals charge. They won't mathematically be able to get there, but you know, they're close. Then the Crows or the Swans. You know what? Adelaide, they have to lose some games at the Adelaide Oval at some point. I'm going to go the Swans to win that one. The Dockers will beat the Power at Optus. And then the Lions will... first game around 24. The Lions will beat the Saints. They'll go into 3rd. The Blues will beat the Giants, but they won't make top 4, Carlton. Essendon will beat... will lose to Collingwood, I have to say. So Collingwood won't make finals. That's a big, big call. Then the Cats will beat the Dogs in the last rounds. Actually, no, you know what? I'm going to make a big call. The Cats... they're already actually, no, they won't be able to rest players. There's still a chance they don't win the minor premiership. I reckon they'll win by 25 points. A comfortable win to secure another minor premiership. Then it's going to be the Hawks and the Dockers. The Dockers will win that at the G. Then it's going to be the Roos and the Suns. You know what, give me North. Give me North to win. The Suns will not make finals in the last round, and North will upset them down at Blundstone, and they'll finish outside of the bottom 4 with 8 wins. That would be a very solid season for the Kangaroos, and actually a realistic season. The Swans will beat the D's at the SCG, I have to say. And then it'll be, you know what, Power beat the Tigers at the Adelaide Oval for me. And we've gone into the top 4 because of it. We've gone into the top 4 because of it. I promise you, I had no idea that was going to happen. But on percentage, Freo have made the top 4 from it. And Richmond were in a minor premiership position at some stage. And then the Crows win the season by beating the Eagles in Perth. So, there we go. Here is my final ladder. Geelong win the minor premiership by 2 games. Then top 4, in fact, from 7th all the way into 6th, had the same amount of wins, all separated on percentage. Geelong first, then we've got Brisbane in 2nd, Melbourne in 3rd, Fremantle actually come out in 4th, then it's going to be Richmond in 5th, Carlton in 6th, Sydney in 7th, and St Kilda scrape an 8th spot, with Gold Coast in 9th, just missing out on percentage, Port Adelaide in 10th, Adelaide in 11th, Collingwood in 12th, the Bulldogs 13th, the Roos 14th, the Hawks 15th, the Eagles 16th, the Bombers 17th, and the Giants with the wooden spoon. At the MCG, first, 4th, it'll be the Cats who take on the Dockers, and I am going to say the Cats win this game. The Cats will be far too good. They're by far the best team in the regular season from what I predicted here, and they'll be too strong for the Dockers on the day, but you can never rule out a little Freo at the G upset like we did in 2012. Then, qualifying final 2, it'll be at the Gabba. It'll be Brisbane who host Melbourne. And being at the Gabba, I just can't go past Brisbane. I think the Lions will win that game. I think Brisbane at the Gabba are pretty much just an unbeatable side. And now that they've got a home prelim, it'll be very, very tough to stop them getting to the grand final from my squiggle predictions. Obviously, maybe not my real ladder predictions, but, you know, this is as accurate as you're going to get. Then, elimination final 1. This will be at the MCG. It'll be Richmond who host St Kilda at the G. And unfortunately for the Saints, I think Richmond so unlucky to miss out on the top 4. They missed out on top 4 by 0.2% to the Dockers, which is why, you know, they're a good team. I think they're going to beat the Saints at the MCG, which sets up a semi-final in Perth between the Dockers and the Tigers. Elimination Final 2, the Blues finally back in finals, and they will host the Sydney Swans at the MCG. The Blues fans will be up and about and behind them, and I think Carlton will beat Sydney to advance to the semi-finals. So all the home teams win in the first week of finals. Then, semi-final 1 is at Optus Stadium between the Dockers and the Tigers, and I think being at home, we won last year in our home final. I think we could do it again, and I'm going to say we win our home final to advance to the prelim. And that's what a top 4 gives you. If you lose in week 1 in the qualifying final, then you've always got a home final to back it up in the second week, and we'll advance to the prelim against the Lions at the Gabba. Semi-final 2, Melbourne and Carlton at the MCG, and I'm actually going to back the Demons to beat the Blues in this one. I think the Blues, they'll have a good run, and they'll take this forward step. I think they'll make finals, they'll get experience for it, they'll get a feel for it, and they'll keep advancing in the next few years, because I think it's just a real good step forward this year for the Blues to make finals. Then the prelims. One is at the MCG between the Cats and the Demons. The other is at the Gabba between the Brisbane Lions and the Fremantle Dockers. The Cats and the Demons are the prelim, the repeat of the 2021 prelim, which was playing in Perth, and I'm actually going to say that the Demons go ahead at the MCG and beat the Cats in an upset. I think Melbourne play at the MCG far more than the Cats do, and I think Melbourne have got, obviously Geelong just won the flag, but I can just feel an upset coming. You can't go a whole final series without having no upsets, so I reckon the D's are going to go and beat the Cats. The prelim, however, it's not a contest for me. Look, if we make this prelim, I'll make sure I get down to this game, but look, Brisbane will beat the Dockers at the Gabba. I think it's a bridge too far for the Dockers to make the granny this year. I think wait a few more years, then we'll get there. But at the Gabba especially, Brisbane are going to be far too good at home this year. And the grand final sets up between every generic grand final under the sun in the last 5 years. It's Melbourne and the Brisbane Lions. Pretty much every generic grand final prediction over the past 5 years. And I'm going to say that the Demons win the grand final. In my actual ladder predictions, I had the Demons beating the Cats in the grand final, but here I've got the Demons beating the Lions in the grand final. I think Melbourne win the flag this year, although I actually think Brisbane will be the better team. But when it comes to the grand final day, I think Melbourne will get the job done. Thank you all for watching this video. Footy season, it starts tomorrow. Please hit that subscribe button and like the video. Comment below what other videos do you want to see. If you want to watch my weekly tipping series all throughout the year, then you can go and become a member by clicking the link in the description, as well as joining my tipping competition, where you can click the link in the description for that as well. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Cheers.